popping off. This is a real quick video. Nothing too long. But actually, I'm here to come here to sniff this scent called V, and it's by this young man who made shaving products. So he came out with his own line, and it's called V. Now I remember spraying this, and when I sprayed it, when I first initially sprayed it, I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. But then, like, sometime during the dry down, it started kicking. I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice. So, man, I'll tell you what you do not want to spray on you when you come out. Do not spray Andy Towers' Lonesome Rider. Gosh, man, it is unbelievable. So this is V. And like I said, when you first spray this, it smells really common, right? But then it's the dry. Like, I think maybe I walked around for maybe like 15 minutes. Then it started changing. But initially what it smells like. Oh my God, I know exactly what you mean. It smells like something from Lush. What it smells like.
I know exactly what you mean, Abe.
I'm not sure which one. But they had this one called Lush called Breath of God. Oh man, that thing is pretty doggone nice. But it's snowing out here. I can't stay out here too long, y'all. But I figure I'll come and check out this V to get an idea. I gotta set my clock. I'm not sure what time it is. It's probably 2 p.m. There.
What time is it?
What's up?
What time is it? I'm gonna watch bad exactly.
4:45.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with this V. Again, see if it does the same thing. What I picked up on, I like the animalic quality. It's this animalic thing. I like animalic stuff. I like cumin. I like friggin' civet. I like this stuff.
You do? Yeah.
Which I was surprised, like all the civet. That's called civet or civet,
whatever.
No. It doesn't smell like it.
No.
The zoologist.
No, because
it smells nice.
It smells amazing, and it's close, but it's not it because they don't use civet. They use the civet synthetic. So it's like, the way I describe it is from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's a book and a movie, right? Where it's like, it's almost, but it's not quite tea. It's not going to come out the way you want it to, precisely. Now that one, though, it was my introduction to civet. I never smelled it by itself.
Okay, got it.
I still haven't. And I really love it for what it is, but I know that it doesn't use animal products.
Gotcha.
So that's why you're not going to get exactly the civet. You're not going to get precisely the smell of, obviously, like rhinoceros. That's not what a rhino smells like.
Right,
but,
absolutely.
They're as close as you can get without using any animal products. And actually, so speaking of V and Katie's Bubbles, they don't use tallow. It's pretty much as close to vegan as it can get in a soap.
Really?
I think that it does a really good job.
Okay.
V specifically, he used higher grade natural ingredients. Not all, but as many as he could.
Okay.
The Mancera LIVE, this guy. So this is a soap that has 4 or 5 different types of lavender in it. Okay. Because he wanted to have something that nobody else had. It comes off a little funky because of that. Sometimes people don't like it. They're like, it's too much lavender, and they can't decipher which one it is.
Right.
So it smells like that.
I'm not a lavender guy, but I'm going to check it out.
I actually really am because it warms up. It's a warm floral.
Well, it's sitting back in the back, though. It's not like it's really blasting out of it.
And that's what Chris does with Katie's Bubbles. That's what he does really, really well. Is the soap itself is always going to be real smooth. And he was telling me it's a challenge to get that from soap, where it's a little bit more subdued in scent, to an eau de toilette or eau de parfum. And this is a parfum, I think. No, you did eau de parfum. Yeah.
Parfum.
So we had a challenge, and this is the first time I think that, based off of the other ones that he had, really came out fantastically. That's why we brought it in. And it's a little bit better. So these typically sell for $14.99. Now it's $25.
Okay.
So he bumped up the quality of the fragrance ingredients and the price to correspond.
This thing is really. Is this on for granted?
No.
This
I'll give it to Jody to make sure it gets up there.
This is pretty good because
It belongs on Fragrantica. It belongs.
Should.
You know, and it's funny because last night somebody on one of the shaving forums was like, "What's with all these guys making fragrances?" Like, and the truth is, it's a natural progression, and it's a different challenge for the guys who are making soaps. And that's why I'm seeing like these guys make different things. What I found is more successful is when a fragrance starts as a fragrance and goes in reverse.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. So a good example of that is like this Panda. Did you not smell these?
No. Oh wow.
So here's the example of it going the other way. The Eau de Parfum, the Parfum Extrait of Zoologist, and you're going to love that one, the Civet. And they just brought out Nightingale,
Right.
which I feel ways about.
This does smell good.
Yeah. So
Well, I like the
Civet's-
Civet. I like it.
That's a killer scent, and I think that the leather as a soap stands out significantly better. That is how
It even
it
looks.
is
It
to go
looks.
back.
It looks remarkable.
Right, and when so to give you guys an idea, this is the Panda, and that's Civet, which is a really rich tan color.
Wow. This is pretty good. Now I don't use shaving soap, but if I were to, definitely.
Right. And
So-
that's-
Oh, here's a question for you. I'll cut you off. All right. So if you use a shaving soap,
Yeah.
let's say for instance, but I want to wear something else for the day. How does this influence?
so it's going to influence
Which one
it
will?
because
It
it's,
will.
it's a really great, honestly. The part of the reason I'm so into the shaving stuff is actually the scent. As an adult, a young adult, I was 18, 20. I got into what's arguably one of the lower quality that I want. It's called Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood. It's like everybody's starter fragrance in a soap. It's either
Okay.
that or Art of Shaving, and usually still sandalwood.
Right.
And what happened is, I was like, this smells great. And I smelled for a solid 5 hours from it, right? And that's just from shaving in the morning using a $20 product.
Right.
The fragrances that come out of, in the cases here, Katie's Bubbles and Chiseled Face, they last a fair part of the day. And it'll feel like the bottom part of a fragrance. So like after 4 or 5 hours wearing a perfume, that's the effect that I get off of the shaving fragrance.
Okay.
Every brand is different, every skin type is different, obviously. Parasso, I get less of an effect, or a Taconic, which is a glycerin soap.
Right.
The glycerins tend to dry out my skin, and they need a little bit more water so it doesn't last as long. Same with Parasso. It's like a 2 hour, 3 hour scent.
Okay.
But the indie guys are a little stronger, a little better in my opinion.
Right.
That one,
So they had nothing to lose.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
just-
It's like the way I talk about it is it's like it's untying an artist. So you don't have just blue and red that make shades of blue and red.
Right, right.
You have the entire rainbow and any type of medium that you want to create your work of art.
That's right. Your canvas.
So I'm trying to figure out how to answer your question. You want to use something that's light in scent because we talked about this before. So there's a couple options. I happen to think a Midnight Dream or a Midnight Dreary is a really good option because it's not loud.
Right.
Or specifically Unjo Gris, which is it's like it's a vetiver, but it's a light vetiver, and
This seems pretty neutral.
it's fairly neutral. It's
Yeah.
not, but it is fairly neutral.
Yeah, I mean just from the sniff off the top. I'm sure once you get
It's
the
pretty
water.
light.
It is light.
It's a floral, but it's deep, and it's like, and I say light and deep at the same time because it's not going to be big on you, but it is a deep scent. So I don't know. Somehow he made a light scent out of deep ingredients.
Right.
But the one I was thinking about, God, where'd you go? There's one of these is a natural. There we go.
Okay.
Natural. So this is just the soap.
Just a soap. No
just
scent.
the soap.
Okay.
And we have this in aftershave, and we have this as a shave.
Okay.
And this is a great way to accomplish that artisanal soap without getting loud. This is as soft as it gets. That said, all the Parasso, the white and the green line, they're not loud in scent.
Okay.
One's like oatmeal and green tea, so that's soft. That'll smell for all of 5 minutes.
Okay,
the other
gotcha.
ones, the green one is eucalyptus and menthol.
Right.
You'll feel it for about 20 minutes, and then it's gone.
Oh, you actually feel it?
Oh, it feels bright
Because
and
of-
electric.
Really?
Like that's the original like electric blue or aqua velva, all that stuff.
Right.
All of it is
It's
essentially channeling Parasso,
Okay.
which has been around for over 100 years. And just to give you an idea, that I did it again. The brand started all of it with Crema la Barba. The pre-barba, sorry. This is the pre-shave. The one we got is the eucalyptus menthol, and this is
Whoa.
right. So when I say it wakes your face up,
Yeah.
this really wakes your face up. It's sort of like splashing coffee, except it's with menthol and eucalyptus. And the idea of this is to open up your pores before the shave.
All right, now here's the deal. I'm not a shaving guy. I use soap. I'm tell you.
Soap. You just
Because
use
I'm
a
a
bar
natural
soap.
guy. Yeah, I use a bar
What
soap.
kind of soap do you use?
Usually, I use honey and oat from Trader Joe's.
Okay, great. So that's a
That's
good
what I use.
quality soap. That's
Yeah.
what we want to make sure you use. If that's comfortable for you, you don't need to change.
Right.
The reason I got into it, and this is kind of an ongoing joke, I was called cutthroat in junior year of high school.
Right.
Because like I bought I had for my birthday for an electric shaver. And part of the back it says use every day, take like 1 day a week off, do it this way, do it that way, and I followed it to the T. And this section of my face was just may as well have been Mars crossed with a tomato
Really?
with like bumps and pain. And it was about 2 weeks where I just gave it a shot,
Right.
and thank God the nickname didn't stick. It was about a month.
Okay.
But like,
Right.
that really goes to show how sensitive my skin was, and the products that I was using, they weren't good enough. So I wanted to trade out the products for something a little better, and that's when I found the tubs, the Taylor Vogue Bond Street Art and the Art of Shaving, and
Okay.
one thing kind of led to another.
What about Keel, by the way?
Kiehl's I love. And there's another new German brand on the other side that's really good. And the reason they're good is because, so first off, I'm not a big fan of straight, like, organic stuff. I don't think that the quality lasts. I have many products, so I want that thing to last on my shelf for a little while. But I also don't want to put aluminum into my skin and stuff like that. So Parasso, for example, is an old formula, and if you're worried about aluminum, you don't touch the Parasso. Anything else, if you're like vegan, you're going to go Katie's Bubbles.
Right.
And if you don't mind, the chiseled face has tallow in it, which makes it a different feel. But that's tallow.
What is that called again?
Tallow. What the brand is Chiseled Face.
No, what is tallow?
Tallow.
What is it?
It's long story short, it's bones. it's like.
Hold on a second, hold on.
phone call.
This is my nephew. He actually works out here. Yeah. He works. They say he works up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
No.
So you gotta go in and catch the bus. He said he's gonna take the
It's gonna be a
99.
real busy bus. So,
Oh yes.
so check this out, right? Justin just sent this to us. This just arrived about an hour, 2 hours ago.
Really?
This is a lavender charcoal soap.
Oh wow.
So Justin made this, and this is an all-natural product, right?
Okay.
So when this, for example, he gave me one a little while ago, and it leaked through the box. Right. All the charcoal products, they kind of sweat out the essential oils because it's a natural. The charcoal is a natural. What's it called? Filter. So it's going to filter out the scent. It's going to filter out all that other stuff. So this is a perfect example of something that needs to be used within a certain period of time.
Yeah, see the
But
hemp.
it's a better quality. Yeah, he used hemp oil,
Right.
and he uses
Honey,
natural
yeah.
lavender, which is locally sourced.
Okay.
And he's like, lavender's going through this big thing where the farmers are, cutting the supply. And long story short, this is his soap, and I use this at home now. And this is I have about a dozen fragrance soaps, and as you might imagine, people send me a lot of samples. Which, when we turn this off, I'm going to show you some of the new stuff from France. But this soap is leave it out. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Is what I started to use, and I've had it for a week. And this is with like maybe a dozen other soaps that I use daily. We've got Olympic Orchid stuff coming in, Ellen Covey.
Yes.
So her soaps are coming in, and then sometime in 2018 we're bringing in the fragrances.
Okay, so
I
it's
want
coming back.
a good natural, more feminine fragrance to be in the shop. I'm starting with her soaps. They should arrive should be here now. I don't know where they are.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I was looking for different things, and I have her soaps, and I have a lot. And Justin's is priced in a way that is really perfect. It's $8 a bar, and if you want a solid charcoal soap, I think that's a better market.
Okay.
Rockwell's got one as well. So if you wanted to know, like, something that's on that Trader Joe's oatmeal soap level, you're probably going to go with the charcoal or an oatmeal. One of the two they're very good. One's going to exfoliate, which is the oatmeal.
Right.
But I personally prefer the charcoal.
Okay. Because it really gets inside the skin.
Yeah, it's a natural cleanser, and so is oatmeal. I prefer the way my skin feels after charcoal. It's a personal preference. Everybody's got preferences. I'm here to, work with all of them. Okay. It's a perfect example between just taking Parasso as an example. The red, the white, and the green all represent different hair types and skin types.
Oh, okay. That sounds like that.
That's why. But,
Man, but you really have really expanded the shaving creams and soap. Because I remember when I first met you, basically it was just about Fulton and Rourke.
Yeah, it was just
really
Fulton and Rourke because they were in
time.
GQ.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I need to have this, and their packaging is super manly, and it's an inexpensive solid for $42. I see them for around $30 from other brands, from like Fulton and Rourke, and even Taconic. They've got theirs for about that. But Fulton and Rourke I took with me on my trip to Tanzania, and it survived more pain than it ever needed to be through.
Did it really?
I put that stuff. I took Tybee and Shackleford with me. And
Shackleford is nice.
I took like 3, but those 2 are the ones I like really abused. And it's pretty awesome. Bliss is $65. And if you email me at near@Perfumology Shop, I can ship it to you without shipping charges. So if you email me or you find me on Facebook, Near Guy, we'll take care of that without the shipping. It'll be $65 even. And we changed the label, so now it has a laser etched label.
I like it.
I love it. And I'm working on the.
That's
we
hot.
got. I never told you this. We got small split.
Oh, are you holding secrets back over here?
I have secrets all the time.
I see.
So let's talk about this secret, and then I'll tell you about the other next thing.
Okay.
So this doesn't have a label yet.
Okay.
And it does. I put the paper label from before for now, but we're working on a laser etch label on this guy, and this one's 25. It's 11 milliliters.
Oh, really? Okay.
But yeah, it's
nice and sturdy too.
It's a solid fragrance. You can unscrew it if you want to refill.
Oh, you can refill.
Yeah, but
nice.
at that point, I'm just gonna give you a new bottle and take the bottle.
Right.
Nice. And the next secret is that Justin and I are trying to complete our next fragrance. And it's going to be a masculine fragrance.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some things in mind and who it's about and the lifestyle that it's supposed to represent. It's going to be pretty awesome.
So you think how many would you say? How many genres will it cross? In other words, how versatile?
Sort of like Bliss, like where it was 3 different things: fruity, floral,
Right.
and balm.
Right. Exactly.
Given that it's not finished, it's going to be the same. It's probably going to be 2 or 3.
Okay.
I like to play games with my customers a little bit, and I want you to go through the roller coaster ride that is the fragrance. So I don't know. I don't have the name of it. It's about my grandfather this time.
Okay.
And my grandfather started a business in like the 40s in Israel, and it was manufacturing like iron and steel and stuff like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's really, really cool.
Okay.
And there's some badass pictures that I want to share.
So it might be a little rugged.
It is rugged, but I also love resins.
Right.
So it's actually going to be resin heavy.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good.
But we're working on where the kick is, because again, I'm going to play that game.
Like you did with Bliss, because Bliss is
because
definitely put me off guard.
I want you to be over here, and then I want you over there.
Yeah.
And then I want you to feel in the middle after the whole presentation is through. There's always issues of sweetness, and I joke like if every synthetic has an added bit of butter and sugar, you end up with like cake. Well, I didn't want to make gourmand.
Yes.
Right. So it's a way of how to navigate the blend between the natural stuff which is produced where. To give you an idea, So I have all them. You just gave me all them. Frankincense and myrrh. You gave me those two. Like, so they arrived with the soaps, and I was like playing around. He gave me something called Lemon Drop too, which is something else that we're working on. Okay. He and I are working on something else that's pretty cool.
Well, the old bomb, I'm definitely, yeah, indeed.
Yeah, Raj says it was the best release of 2017. I was really lucky.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about it.
Are they carrying the new Tower Lude? Unfortunately, not yet. Do you have every fragrance in store online? I'm working on it. That's really difficult. The commercial stuff is very challenging because one second we have it and the next they're all sold. The website, if you go to perfumology.com, you'll end up at perfumologyshop.com. So our actual website's Perfumology Shop, and soon you'll see it just at perfumology.com. I just bought the domain. Loving that green.
I just want to see how that actually worked. Yeah, how do it actually work?
How's it playing now? It's been about, let's see. You asked me a quarter of. It's 5:05, 20-minute wear.
It's starting to get a little. Actually, it's starting to. The animalic is getting. That's what got me about it. Just so animalic. I mean, it's not civet animalic, but almost like a note that's really animalic to me is nutmeg.
Yeah.
Nutmeg always turns me on. Something about nutmeg. It had nutmeg in it. I'm with it. And almost like a fragrance by the name of Frappan called Passion Bois.
Yeah.
Has heavy in nutmeg. I like that. Which one has the nutmeg and ginger? I like that. Joe Malone. So I just really like nutmeg because it gives off the animalic scent. That's all I like. This right here, I don't think it's coming from nutmeg, but it's coming from something. You know what it is?
So I don't know what he put. I forgot all the notes.
This might has that type of vibe though. I really like it. I really do. And the price is really nice for this. $65 and this is 50 mil.
That's a 50 mil, so it's priced at the same as me. He has it. It's an eau de parfum.
He brought competition in here.
I'm here for competition, what can I say? I like a friendly competition.
Absolutely. But yeah, definitely. Definitely good to have both of those.
Yeah.
That's right. Bliss and this going to mean they kind of juxtapose each other.
Yeah, and that's what I want. That's actually what I want. And if you give me competition, I'm really excited because it means you're making something good.
Oh, absolutely.
And it means you're not just making something good. It means you're making something good at an awesome price.
Yes.
Because like to get a parfum at $70 or less, you guys don't see the expression he's making me. Look. It's a challenge to get. Usually it's without a box. Usually you can open the top somehow, and usually it's printed at home, the label.
Right.
The only other things that I have at that price range are celebrity stuff, and they're out the door.
No.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Come January 1st, we won't have a single one.
Oh, really?
They're out. I'm done with celebrity. Even stash. I don't want it. The lowest quality product I'm going to have in here is going to be Calvin Klein.
Okay.
Which I feel ways about.
Respectable.
And in due time, we'll see. Because like CK1, Cool Water, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, I have to have them as a business.
Right.
Light Blue is bottomless. Cool Water is fantastic. It's not the formula from the 90s, right? So I feel ways about carrying them, but I have to carry them to represent what they are in the business, in the industry. And that's a good example of competition, right? So if Bliss and Katie's Bubbles are competing with Davidoff, I think that's fantastic. Because that means that we're all playing the same game. We're recognizing where we are in the market, and because I know what this world is, I know the internet exists. My customers don't walk in, deaf and blind.
Right.
So
that's right.
If we carry stuff that they recognize and are able to try them, all right. So I got my Cool Water on this hand and Armani on the back, and I can compare it to Katie's Bubbles V, and I can compare it to Bodicea Seductive. You're going to notice where every price point hits. Or if you want to throw out a Ventus, right? Let's get a $455 bottle on my wrist,
just
on one hand, and a $50 one on this hand.
That's right.
This is the only shop where you could do that. How do I feel about the $50 range? I feel fantastic. I think that the quality it needs to bump. Do we have rosewood and musk? We do. Yeah.
Yes, they do. And I'm over here checking out Black Line. I didn't know Black Line smelled as good.
Yeah, Black Line's awesome.
Yeah, I smelled it in New York way back in the day in Men. And Wow, I didn't know you had it.
So we got it about 5 months ago because people kept bringing it up through the website. It's like here in person, people don't know what they're talking about in the mall. I have to deal with a lot of laymen.
Of course.
Which fine. Buy your Aqua de Joe, buy your light blue. They're great, top quality fragrances. But it's the people who come in. They typically contact us online, and they're like, "Tell me about Black Line. I want to smell it." Black Intensive Oud is very good. I don't carry it, but we do like it. And Wild Fruits, awesome.
You know, the good one was a cherry. What's it called? Wild cherry.
Wild cherry. So I got
Wild
that.
cherry's crazy.
Wild cherry was the first one that I got the day of release, and I had to do that because in college I went to Temple and I was in the Temple basketball games in the Wild Cherry section, going nuts in like the first 5 rows. You know, I was one of those guys.
Okay.
So I saw Wild Cherry and I contacted Euro Perfumes. I was like, this is coming to my shop the day it's out. It was the first one. And that actually was about a year and a half ago, I guess.
Okay, right.
And ever since then, we've been working hard on getting stuff the day it's released.
Okay.
The Oud line, the Mancera knows how to do Oud.
Absolutely.
My problem, and this is something that Raj and I talk about, is that a lot of the Oud line's base is very similar.
Yeah.
So CJ, my take on Whispered Mist, I don't know if you're talking to which one of us. Eric Riviere gave it to me. Did you smell it?
No.
You want to?
Yes.
He gave me his sample.
Yes.
Now he got the bottle.
Yes.
All right. So
before I leave.
So before you leave, we'll take care of that.
Smell Whispered Mist.
It's one of my favorite ouds. I'm not going to carry it because it is an exclusive to like some other shop, and it's an exclusive thing to Josh.
Okay.
Which in late 2018 or 2019, he and I are discussing something, but it takes me over a year to develop something. So once we talk about it, once we pay for it, we'll worry about it. I'll announce at that time.
Okay.
But Whispered Mist is really, really good. So I hate eating melons, and it has a really awesome melon scent, which sort of like how in Gallivant's London, it's cucumber leather. The melon oud of Whispered Mist is one of those crazy things that I think really works fantastic.
Are you serious? It's
melon. It's melon, right?
Wow, that's got to be great. I got to smell that.
So it's going to be a little. It's going to be a little left field, but it's fun and it's interesting and it works fantastically. And this is coming from somebody who typically doesn't like oud. I don't like an oud on me usually. The first time I genuinely was like, oh my God, I have to have this. It was a couple of other things. I'm not even going to get into what they were, but it took me a while to get into the deeper oud stuff. Let's see what these guys are. Oops. Every Montal oud, especially, they're very similar bases.
Speaking of Montal.
Am I getting it? Is that what you're asking me?
A little something.
All right, so when I'm looking at Montal and other brands that I'm going to bring in, and it is on my acquisition list, I talk about my acquisition list a lot, but I don't tell you what it is because I don't want you to know. I want you to enjoy the surprise. I'll tell you off camera. So 2018 is looking pretty amazing. Good. But Montal's low on the list because we have Mancera. And RaJuR is higher on the list.
Right, definitely.
Because I want to bring in RaJuR a little quicker. I want to put them on the second table here.
Okay.
There's certain brands I'm going to go to a higher level, and then I'm going to go back down to the under 200 range. Or I'm going to go like local. So to give you a little bit of an idea, we're going local and high before we go Montal.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. That's good. Okay. I don't want to know. Don't tell me off camera. I'm going to be surprised like everybody else.
He's going to be surprised like
everyone else. Yeah, I don't want to know anything.
But you're going to enjoy it. I mentioned Olympic Orchids, so they're on the list, right?
Well,
and we're starting with her soaps.
Yeah.
And she's making stuff specifically for our shop.
Good.
So it's like whatever she makes, whatever comes in from Olympic Orchids is just here, right?
Good,
not just here. It's for perfumology, and that's the way Ellen Covey works, right?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And on my way in, I get a comment because I'm wearing the egg today.
We're in touch with them too.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
I'm not ready to tell you about that.
All right, not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on my way in, and Sarah came on to a post because I'm wearing Dangerously in Love. That's the A, Killing with the A. She's like, oh, I can get my nose on that. So I wanted to ask her.
It's awesome. Camel's amazing.
Oh, yeah. She's supposed to be sending me some samples. Then I hit. So I was going to say, where's the sample? I said, nah, I ain't seen it.
Took a little while. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get them yet. What I'm waiting for.
Okay.
She's going to see me. Because I want to smell more than want to smell those here.
Right.
So I said, well, I'm on my way in. I may be picking up lemon sherbet today. Because that's the only one.
That's the only one of mine that you don't have at the moment?
I'm like 5 deep.
Yeah. So
4160 Tuesdays. I'm telling you, I'm 5 deep already.
So I found out through buying 4160 Tuesdays and Sarah McCartney's products that I have a bizarre taste. Because Buddha Wood Box, so we sold a couple.
Yeah.
But I'm the only one that's in love with it.
Right.
So
I like it too.
I know you like it.
I like not in love with it, but I do.
But I'm in love with it. I'm the only one in the store between me and Brian and Mom.
Right.
I'm the only one wearing it. So
okay.
When I'm like sharing it with everybody, check this out. This is amazing. And they're all like, "You're insane." It cut down my ego quite a bit. But suddenly I realized that my sense of taste is a little bit more extravagant. I'm in love with bat. I love rhinoceros.
Oh, definitely.
But in order to pull them off, you have to be prepared for that kind of challenge.
Right.
The time that I wasn't prepared for the challenge, as an example, is bull's blood. I'm still not able to wear it.
I can't wear it.
The Imaginary Author's bull's blood, I can't pull it off.
Yeah.
The last one that I was pushing myself was A City on Fire, and now I can't get enough of it. So that happened. Somebody else brought something.
Yeah, I got a guy who keep asking me about that. Kimmy. Yeah, Kimmy's gonna be kind of. Kimmy's one of them high. Like I guess they're not really a high end, but they're kind of midline. I'll say this: I'm not really enamored by Kimmy. I think they make quality juice. They use the raw materials and all that good stuff.
Right.
But I got my nose on something. Someone sent it to me. A good friend of mine. She ever looks at this, and she sent it to me. Her and her husband. Say here, Raj, take it.
Take the camera.
Keep it as long as you want.
Okay.
Keep it as long as you want. And when you're done, you send it back.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm spraying it. So I sprayed myself some, took some to work and all that good stuff. And it has strawberry and chocolate. We should be getting red tobacco
next week.
Oh yeah, red tobacco's next week?
That's what I'm expecting. It should have arrived. I owe them a package. So we're hoping, yeah.
What about the BBC? Indeed, we're thirsty. So yeah, definitely. I just think that I wanna when I come here, I know when I come in most of the time I'm seeing the same thing, then I'm seeing different things that you're coming in with.
Right.
Which is good because always surprised me.
So we bring in something new. This month was insane because we brought in Tower. We brought in the new Eris Parfum Mix. We brought in...
I like the Eris too. The Eris is pretty nice.
Eris is fantastic. We started with Ducita a couple months ago in October. And so like every new zoologist, the day it's out, it's on our shelf.
Good.
We get them a little bit before they come out. And we put them up on the shelf.
And will you be getting more Sarah's juice? Because you know she has a lot of juice.
Yes, so she has a lot of juice, and it takes me a while to get to it. Right. And, it takes me a little while to... I'm working on Ormond Jane. They will be around. How come no one talk about silver oud?
I've never heard of it.
I never smelled it. Because that hasn't gotten to our nose.
Okay.
So to answer your question on Sarah's stuff is that they take time and they're expensive to bring over. We pay a lot in shipping specifically. And being one of a few stores that carry them in the States, it takes a little bit more time. I'll try silver oud as soon as I can.
Okay.
I'll get it with my next order with red tobacco because I know that's not out the door.
Okay.
But yeah, so Sarah takes us a little longer. I brought them in about a year ago. I brought more in November, and so we can expect 2018 1 or 2 shipments as well.
Good.
So every time I ask for something, I ask for a little bit more. Last time we got 4 new bottles, including Maxed Out, which I really love. But we didn't get the 100 ml bottles, so I'm going to want 100 ml.
Right.
And I'm going to want this, I'm going to want that. And every time she comes out with a few new things, like I don't have Oh My Soul. I need to have Oh My Soul.
I heard about that.
It smells amazing. It's a group hug, right? And so it's going to be this very balmy, lovable thing.
Really?
Spirit of Dubai, I don't have in my nose. So to give you an idea of how I sample things anymore, I used to reach out to companies. So now I'm no longer reaching out. They find me.
Good.
That switch was really hard for me to take because suddenly I had to go instead of because I was in a kiosk. I was in a discount kiosk. And the challenge for me to go from discount kiosk where nobody really understands what we're doing and flipping it into luxury store, that was difficult for me and my customers. Because selling Armani Acqua di Gio at Amazon is one thing. But if you want to sell Artisan and you want to sell Ducida and you want to sell Imaginary Author, Zoologist, and Nasamato and Agonist, your world is totally different now. And it took me a minute to adjust my personality accordingly. That's all happening. Okay. What's the process starting your own store? For Raj, we're in discussion. I want him to do it, but it's going to take him a minute. He's not ready for the headache.
I'm silent.
This is a
he
challenge.
does a great job. I like to sit back and just admire from afar. That's what I like to do. I like to come in here, look around, admire from afar, and the good thing about it, he let me do what I want when I come in here. So that's what I like. Oh, not me. Okay, my bad.
No, this is for you. He's telling about you.
You said, no, me. Oh, no. Finish talking to him. I got something else I just thought about. I got to go smell something else I just thought about. Finish talking to him.
Sure. I don't know what I'm going to say. I know all the sense here. I do want to show you guys something real cool. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. I don't use these guys anymore. My new shaving products are awesome because they look like this. My most favorite Mancera. Let's walk over to the Mancera. Let's flip to the other camera. That coincidentally is where he's hanging out over here. What's our favorite Mancera? So everybody talks about Cedro. I happen to like So Blue. Let's see if I can get that right. And Black Gold. This is nice. Before these guys, the fresher ones, I was wearing Black Line a lot. And then since that came in,
move your hand more towards the middle. Your thumb more towards the middle.
Oops.
The mic is right down there.
I probably covered that mic. Yeah. So I'm wearing Black Line a lot. I'm doing Lemon Line a lot just for fun. So to answer your question, I don't have a favorite. I'm not good with favorites. I'm good at many things at once is my problem, which Raj understands because we can't. It's. I watched the discussion that people say, and they bring up, how do I pick what I'm going to wear today? I have so many fragrances. I'm like, well, I'm going to pick about 10. I'm going to wear these 10 today because it's going to be like a long day for me. Marcus is calling.
Marcus calling me again. Yeah. We'll put him on for a 5.
He's going to wait. So I don't have an answer. I just constantly change it. My mood changes every other hour. So I'm finding myself wearing different things. Office and work setting. So you don't want to be loud. You pretty much are going, if you were talking Mancera, Cedro Bois, and Black Gold, So Blue is a bit much at the base, and Lemon Line's going to be killer, right? You could do any of the other ones. You could do it. You could pull it off. Go light. I think, check out this nice bag that Raj is carrying around all day. But I think that this guy, 8 and Bob, when I think of Office, this is the perfect one. I'm going to go over here. Cologne. Attaque le Soleil. This is a Tad Libre d'Orange. In the summertime, You or Someone Like You. Where else? Where am I going also? Fat Electrician if you want that green. This is a good green one. Oop, there we go. So that's going to be awesome for you if you want to be green. These 3 right here, they're brand new Lubins. They're going to work out for you. The easiest thing for me to suggest is these guys, specifically Molecule 01, because there's nothing softer than that. There just isn't. The other thing is to not care. If you don't care, everything's open. That's kind of my favorite thing. Then again, I don't work in an office anymore. I can't deal with it. I genuinely can't sit down for that long. My pleasure. Yeah, anytime. Raj's favorite is a cod, so that's true. Woohoo! Yeah, he's excited over there, but Galad is the one he was freaking out about. So, as favorite as a cod is, This is the one that he was dying for. Yeah, he's still freaking out, but I know that Galad is the one he's obsessed with. And for those of you looking for a good gourmand that you can wear this time of year, I happen to be thinking Close Up Olfactive Studio. Not a medicinal cherry, but it's going to be really good. I think that you're on the right channel. Raj is just over there. so it's me near. Hi guys. He gave me the phone. It was like you talk, and so he's busy trying the commercial fragrances.
Yeah. Trying to find a diamond in the rough.
The diamond in the rough over there.
Yeah. Never know sometimes.
He's looking at the women's commercial wall. He's looking for diamonds. He's missing the white diamonds over there. We also have got this new guy, Andy Tower. And when I say new guy, it's new to my shop. It's only been here for a couple of weeks. He has a woman friend. He has, as I understand, he's got more than one, but he's a good smelling guy. So Le, very good aquatic. I like it. I like also Gallagher fragrances, which isn't in my shop. And lately I've been wearing Lonesome Rider. Hey, thank you very, very much. I built this shop with some friends of mine from high school. So that means the world to me. But this guy, Au Cuir du Désert. That is essentially, in a nutshell, this guy, Desert de Moroccan, in a perfume rather than a toilette. So I've been wearing that one, the perfume a little more. It's 28 degrees outside. It's gonna cut through. We don't live in a Moroccan desert, so that guy's the one I've been cutting into lately. And Mix is fantastic. Somebody was asking me about Camel right there, which is fantastic. I know it's selling really well at other shops. It's selling really well at my shop. I don't have any travels. Elephant is doing well, but it's funny because so we've got Camel, Elephant, Panda 1, this one's older, and Panda 2. I'm going to skip this guy for a second. I put them on other sides. These? We'll come back to this. I'm going to finish the story real quick. So this one's the new green freshie. Every time I share Elephant, I sell one of these. I don't know. I'm almost out of Panda. The first one. All right, so what are these? Let's start over here. Bodicea the Victorious. These are London. I just got a couple new caps and they don't even fit. Speaking of London, Gallivant. All right, so Nick Stewart. Did you put away that zing? You put away. All right, so L'Artisan perfumer for the last 20 years, for the most part, had Nick Stewart as their creative director. And he left with disagreements on how to produce perfumes, essentially. And that started his trip on Gallivant. Gallivant is all about traveling and it's sort of like peacocking. And Complex is right there. Yes, sir. My cap doesn't fit. I broke one and now the new one doesn't fit. I happen to really love London. This guy smells like cucumbers in London. Istanbul is a balmy bottom with vanilla, and it's just absolutely glorious. It has ambergris, so the bottom is fantastic. Yeah, Gallivant is one of those really fascinating things. We do sell the samples, and we've got plenty in stock still. Our most popular ones are these two. Brooklyn is what everybody goes to for citrus because it smells very pure orange. I personally don't see how it fits into Brooklyn, but I've never been to Brooklyn. I've only been to like Queens and other parts of New York. You know, Manhattan I've been to several dozen times, but Brooklyn, for whatever reason, I haven't been to yet. Tel Aviv is very airy. It's not ozonic per se, but it is a floral. I call it the air above a garden. And these two are a little bit lighter on the green side, so you end up very clean. I have a little less experience with Berlin and Amsterdam, but Berlin is a little more popular. And then these two are Agonist, but these are their artsy bottles. This is the type of thing that they produce. This is where they specialize, because you can tell this is all about the Swedish blown glass, right? And thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's right here. And that's really, really fantastic. Oud bouquet is fantastic as well. Pretty soft oud in my opinion. Especially, I think it's funny to talk about that right after Infini. When people ask me about oud, that's the one I'm going to share with them, because I want that punch. But these guys are, if you look at it, onyx pearl matches this. I got to try it then. The Lancome. And then that one is vanilla marble. They look white and red in each one. Yeah. And this guy's looking at bulletproof.
Yeah, and I like those. The Pretty Rotten is pretty nice too.
So Pretty Rotten's amazing. We're going through them fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them pretty good. That's not bad at all. Yeah.
Trying this on.
Bulletproof and Pretty Rotten. It's from the Tokyo Milk situation. I remember when I first started smelling those, in I think Sephora. I think when I first started smelling those.
Yeah.
And I was messing around with them at that time, but then I became too bougie to be in that store, so I left. That's how I go.
Well, yeah.
But now I'm in a bougie store that I can get to smell them and have respect.
So respect's kind of a big deal.
Yes, you can't be in Sephora. You can't catch me in Sephora. You catch me in them.
It's an issue of knowing what you're talking about as a retail person and then actually treating people like human beings. I have a little bit of a success rate for treating people like decent people. I don't know what's with other retail shops for skipping that.
And you try to put lipstick on me.
At Sephora?
No, I'm just kidding. But
I was like, it wasn't me.
They might as well. I mean, that's what they do. They do makeup. You know what I mean? You want some highlights, some rouge? No. Bye. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Not the demographic.
Not at all.
Right.
That black line is good. And look at the shine. This thing is still shining. Look at the shine on this. Oh.
Still got that oil.
Yeah. That black line's pretty good. Yeah. Okay.
Small detail. Tony Perez from Belle Fleur, this fragrance house, the Home Fragrances, he's coming in tomorrow. He'll be in at 12 o'clock till about 6 o'clock. So if you happen to be around King of Prussia, or if you want to watch, I'll be going live probably once or twice. Yeah, if you touch those reeds, your hands are going to be oily for the day. Just FYI. And
they really suck up the...
They do. And I don't flip these around, right? So this has been open for 10, 11 weeks.
Wow.
And they're still 90% filled, at least 95.
Seed is good.
The Home Fragrances run, these guys go for $79 for the candle and $96 for the reed diffusers. We also have, at the moment, these guys, the Tokyo Milk are on their way out. So those are $10. We also have these guys from Zella Aroma. They're out of somewhere in Texas. And they're okay. They're good. They're somewhere between 32 and 52, depending on which. The 52 are these guys. Soy wax. But I happen to think these, if you want to spend your money on something special, Thompson Ferrier is going to work. It looks like our base is going to be somewhere around $80 for the candles. These candles burn for significantly longer. This one specifically, Buddha, where aftershave is 220 hours, whereas the Belle Fleur are 55 hours. But you're spending a lot more for this giant Buddha. Or Fulton & Rourke's Sitkin candle. We've got these two. The boxes are a little messed up, so I'm trying to move these for $30. Reach out to me if you want them. As a great tobacco, you just ran out of tobacco rouge? I have a lot. If I wanted to really recommend you, the tobacco that I'm feeling lately, 100% maxed out.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So if you wanted to know what I'm feeling lately, and if tobacco's on my mind, Sarah McCartney, 4160 Tuesdays maxed out.
Woo-hoo.
Hands down. All right, Raj, I got somebody I want to help.
I'm busy. Talk to Near. I'm doing something. Talk to me later, Near. Talk. I'm busy.
I got a customer.
Oh, you have a customer.
Hello.
Oh, you do have a customer. Okay. He has a customer. Okay, I'll take over while he has a customer. Okay, because I'm busy smelling. Yes. Y'all know this CK Men, the CK Preve. I'm just really surprised you don't have this out, because I heard so much about Carrie Herrera. Why don't you have
one out?
No.
You smelled Preve, right?
No, I've never smelled either one of those, but I hear so much about them. They tell me, yo, this is
All right, so
high-end designer.
High-end designer, and if you wanted to smell them out, like with the testers, we've got the store in the new section.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So that's, I sell it at the discount.
Right.
And then 212, I have to have a tester because that many people talk to me about it.
Oh yeah, 212 is another one. Everybody talk about it. Karen Herrera has some good juice out
So
there.
like, if I were to tell you which 4 I think are killer, 1, 2, 3, 4. With emphasis on this, I just wish it lasted more than 2 hours.
Oh, and that's the okay. Where's the 1, 2? Where's the 1 at?
212, this one.
Okay, 212. Got you. I don't understand. How come they say Ferrari Essence Oud is a great French? But we're not doing a Tars here. We're not quite doing a Tars yet. Okay, that'll probably be a little bit later on. No Tars right now. Okay, but this Trey Oud is.
Yeah, so you were saying, I'm sorry.
Somebody said this Hugo. This Hugo Boss. Is this supposed to be a good Hugo Boss right here? This is what anybody talk about? Hugo Boss something? What it smell like? Turn this around. See what's up.
No, I see that you have more later.
I just can't do designers, man. It's just nothing that pops off, man. It's all right. I'll check it out later on. I gotta get ready to answer the phone, man, because my nephew's out here, man, and he keeps calling. He can't get, I guess the bus is not running. I guess he wants to see if I'm going to take him home. I don't really want to take him home because it's way out my way. I got to drive in the snow, too. I'm going to call him and see where he at in a minute. So I'm not going to stay online too long.
It's actually so good that I put it down my first hour.
Not going back. I can't go back. The only design I'm doing is Terry Mugler. That's it. Terry Mugler. And, of course, I got Narciso Rodriguez for him. I like that. I like Encre Noir. I do like Encre Noir. And what's the other one I have? Believe it or not, I have one by the name of Molten Brown. Y'all gotta check this out. Molten Brown Tobacco. That thing is hot. Y'all gotta check that out. Molten Brown Tobacco. That's that fire. The Tokyo Milk is not that bad. Well, yeah, it's from 07 though. I mean, I'm not. He might have. I don't think he has it though. Yo, the Tokyo Milk is cool, but real talk, it don't even last like 3 minutes. But the bulletproof is nice. They both smell good, man. They smell pretty good. They bulletproof and the other one, bulletproof and the other one smell really, really nice. To tell you the truth, this right here. What's up with these two? What's up with this? D squared. I know his jeans are like $5,000, but I don't. What's up with Potion and what's up? All right. Talk to you later, Matt. Talk to you soon, big guy. Holla at your boy. I gotta get ready to bounce too, man. I gotta get out of here. It's snowing, man. It's getting ready to get dark, man. I don't want to get into no accidents, man. So I'm about to bounce myself. All right. Yeah. That's right. So before you come over to Niche, make sure you're ready to come to Niche. Because there's a lot of responsibility over here. Lots of responsibility. When you become a niche collector, you got to make sure you educate people all the time. You got to be educating people. You can't let them put on anything. You can't let them talk about something that's not niche. You can't come to me and say, Raj, D squared. You know what I'd do if you tell me that? Right, the D squared, man. I think that's the bomb. I'd be like a. Here's another D squared. What is this? What's this D squared stuff? I'm going to look into it. Not. Oh, this Lonesome Rider from Andy Tower is kicking. But this V is smelling good too. This V is good. This is a good value, man. I can't say it doesn't smell like anything I have in my cage. It does have a resemblance to something I have in the cage, but it doesn't smell like totally anything I have in my cage. You know, it has a simulation, but you know, it's almost like having something that smells like a designer. Like this, what this is crossing in between a designer and a niche fragrance. That's what this is. It brings you in with the designer, but then it takes you through a niche transition. That's exactly what it does. It's not bad. I like it. I like it. It's animalic. It's green. I like it. I like it. For $65, you can't beat it. What you want me to spray? You want me to spray Ude process? You want me to spray Ude Fini?
Are you sure? It's the loudest thing in the shop.
I really don't want to spray it because these bottles are too expensive.
Don't worry about that.
You sure?
About that, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ude
I'm here.
Here?
Fini.
Here.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, it's a pleasure. That's got my cell number and email.
Here we go.
And I own the shop with my mom.
Wonderful.
What?
Commercial stuff.
Oh no! This is a rose oud. It's definitely a rose oud.
So 18.
I'm gonna tell you another one that stank. That Oud S, Mancera Oud S. Oh man, I had to. No, it's not. No, it's not. When is it gonna be gorgeous? Tell me, how long is it gonna take for this to get gorgeous? I think it's gonna take about 3 weeks for this to get gorgeous. Are you serious? No, not happening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. He said dry down 12 hours or so. Cause I be asleep. I be knocked out by that time. I be like, then I wake up in the middle of the night like, oh, that smells good. No, we're not messing with that. You know. Hey man. I'm not getting down like that. I'm not getting down with that. Plus it costs $300, man. You can get that same smell from Oud S. Oud S, man. Oh goodness, this stuff is. This Oud S stuff is horrible.
That's what I'm here to do. I'll be here. So it smells like bat cave, and that's why.
What do you spray?
That one's dragonfly.
That's fabulous.
That one came out in the springtime. See what the stuff it's a fresh floral kind of.
But not girly.
Not girly, right? Just about everything
Don't do it.
on this wall is gender neutral. There's a few exceptions. For the most part, you should wear it if you want.
At least it smells better on paper. At least it's better on $3.95 for what? Man, y'all can buy 18 bottles for $3.95. Stop playing. This smells like butt. B-U-T-T. Butt. But I don't want to smell this no more. You got an oud problem. That's your problem. You got a real oud problem. If you like this and you like that Ducita, Oud and Fini, you got an oud problem, man. You need to go to Oud Anonymous. Quickly. Somebody spray that?
Yes.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
That's my scent right there.
Is it? And that's the one I don't like.
Yeah. So it goes from smelling like dirt to smelling
So
green.
this
Dragonfly.
brand, there's a couple of brands where like if you walk in within the next 5 hours, someone like me or Raj or like one of our employees, they'll walk in and be like, you sprayed that 2 hours ago, didn't you?
I can
You
see that.
sprayed rhinoceros 20 minutes ago. Or 3 hours ago is macabre. That happens, and we can pinpoint exactly which one.
I can see that. Because well, the bat that's just very
It's
distinct.
really distinct.
Yeah, I mean you can't.
And
I'll give it that.
I think that for that reason, he's doing one of the most important things for us in our industry. Because he's pushing buttons, he's pushing boundaries. Whereas other perfumers are more, they're not boundary pushing, right? They're more to the masses, not necessarily as much as like Armani.
I didn't like this at first. Now I like this. I like black line and I like black gold now. This is pretty doggone good. Black gold. Buy it.
With punch.
Yeah.
Black line.
Definitely has a, yeah.
Buy it.
That will definitely give me a punch in the right way, but dragon punch.
Yeah, oh, and it sticks.
And I didn't like that idea.
So, 1, 2, 3, and go like so pick that one, and you've got more than enough options. Just pick up this like that.
All right, gang. I got to get ready to go, man. I got to go. Snow is probably getting no better.
Synthetics are either going to help, or they're going to be a discount. I can't tell you what it's going to be.
This one's not bad.
Meh. Meh is not a good answer.
No, it has to.
It has to be glorious.
Like,
Y'all be good. Y'all have a good night. It's snowing outside. I got to get ready to go and get back down somewhere. I got to go. Holler at y'all later. Ned's working with a customer. He says, good night.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
good night.
Oh, she said good night. We forgot her name. What's her name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer says, good night. All right.